Have you ever wondered what it takes to become a living legend? To shape the course of history, not through brute strength alone, but with stealth, intelligence, and unwavering loyalty. There are countless warriors throughout history, but few names echo through the ages like Hattori Hanzo, Japan's most famous ninja. His story isn't just one of myth and legend, it's a true tale of strategy, cunning, and loyalty that forever changed the landscape of feudal Japan. But who was Hattori Hanzo, really? What made him so feared, yet so revered? Let's dive deep into the life of a man whose legacy still inspires today, a man who operated in the shadows but whose impact was anything but invisible. The early life of a samurai ninja hybrid. Hattori Hanzo, born in 1542 in Iga Province, was raised in a time of chaos, when the Sengo period raged across Japan. This era, known as the Warring States period, was marked by intense civil war, clan rivalries, and constant political upheaval. Hanzo was born into a samurai family that served the Matsudaira clan, later known as the Tokugawa. But while Hanzo was trained as a samurai, his upbringing in the remote, mountainous region of Iga exposed him to the ancient art of ninjutsu, the way of the ninja. Unlike many warriors of his time who focused purely on honor and the way of the sword, Hanzo was trained in both worlds, the overt, noble battlefield of the samurai, and the secretive, shadowy tactics of the ninja. This duality gave him a distinct edge. He wasn't just about brute force, he was about outthinking and outmaneuvering his enemies, sometimes without them ever realizing it. By the age of 16, Hanzo had already begun to make his mark. One of his first recorded feats was leading a daring rescue mission to save Tokugawa Ieyasu, the future shogun of Japan, from enemy forces. This set the tone for a lifetime of loyalty to the Tokugawa clan, a loyalty that would shape Japan's future. The man behind the mask, Hanzo's lesser-known traits. While many envision Hanzo as a shadowy figure dressed in black, silently stalking his prey, the truth is far more complex. Hanzo was not just a skilled assassin or spy. He was a brilliant strategist, and his reputation wasn't built on theatrics. His presence on the battlefield was terrifying not just because of his martial skills, but because of his mind. One of the most curious facts about Hanzo was his deep understanding of psychological warfare. He knew that the mere idea of his presence was enough to unsettle his enemies. Stories about his supernatural abilities, whether exaggerated or real, were used to spread fear. They said Hanzo could appear and disappear like a ghost, scale walls with ease, and traverse difficult terrains without a sound. The psychological advantage he gained from these rumors was immeasurable. His enemies never knew when or where he might strike. But beyond the fearsome legend, Hanzo was known for something even rarer in the war-torn landscape of feudal Japan: mercy. Accounts tell us that he spared the lives of his enemies on several occasions, an uncommon act for a ninja, let alone a samurai. This act of compassion added to his mystique. In a time when life was cheap, Hanzo's capacity for mercy made him unpredictable, and unpredictability was his greatest weapon. The turning point: saving Tokugawa Ieyasu. Perhaps the most famous episode in Hattori Hanzo's life occurred in 1582, an event that would cement his legacy forever. After the betrayal and death of Oda Nobunaga, one of the most powerful daimyo in Japan, Tokugawa Ieyasu found himself in a perilous situation. Ieyasu was deep in enemy territory, and his chances of escaping alive were slim to none. This is where Hanzo's loyalty and brilliance came into play. He led Ieyasu through dangerous mountain passes and enemy-infested lands, all the way back to the safety of Iga Province. But this wasn't just a daring escape. Hanzo coordinated an intricate series of diversions, guerrilla tactics, and strategic maneuvers that left enemy forces baffled and demoralized. Not a single soldier in Ieyasu's retinue was lost during the escape. This wasn't just a rescue mission, it was a turning point in Japanese history. Because Ieyasu survived, he would go on to unite Japan under the Tokugawa shogunate, ushering in over 250 years of peace and stability. Without Hattori Hanzo, the course of Japanese history might have been radically different. The myth versus the man. As with many historical figures, the line between Hattori Hanzo the man and Hattori Hanzo the myth is often blurred. But let's separate fact from fiction for a moment. While Hanzo was certainly a master of ninjutsu and known for his stealth, the idea that he possessed supernatural powers is, of course, a product of myth-making over the centuries. However, what is undeniable is that Hanzo was an exceptional leader. He wasn't just a lone warrior, he commanded a group of elite ninja warriors from Iga, known as the Ieyasu, who served as the personal vanguard of the Tokugawa clan. Hanzo's domain extended far beyond the battlefield. He was in charge of intelligence operations, overseeing spies and informants who gathered crucial information on enemy movements and plans. In many ways, Hanzo was one of Japan's earliest masters of espionage, a forerunner of modern intelligence operations. The end of an era, Hanzo's death. Hattori Hanzo died in 1596, though the circumstances of his death are shrouded in mystery. Some say he was killed in battle, others believe he was ambushed by bandits. But the legacy of Hattori Hanzo didn't end with his death. His son, Hattori Masanari, took up his mantle and continued to serve the Tokugawa clan, preserving the honor and loyalty that Hanzo had embodied throughout his life. One of the most fascinating aspects of Hanzo's legacy is that his name lived on in the Tokugawa shogunate. The Tokugawa clan's elite guard of samurai ninja warriors were known as the Hanzogumi, a testament to the enduring influence of their first leader. The gate to Edo Castle, the stronghold of the Tokugawa shoguns, was even named Hanzo's Gate, further cementing his place in Japanese history. Legacy and lessons, Hanzo's enduring influence. Hattori Hanzo's story is more than just a tale of a ninja, it is a lesson in loyalty, strategy, and the power of operating in the shadows. His life is a reminder that true strength doesn't always come from standing in the spotlight. It often comes from the unseen, the unknown, the careful orchestration of events that change the course of history. For those who aspire to greatness, Hanzo's life teaches us the value of patience, discipline, and adaptability. He was a man who understood the power of intelligence over brute force, of loyalty over ambition, and of strategy over chaos. In a world where battles were often won with the sword, Hanzo showed that the mind was the sharpest weapon of all. As we reflect on his story, one thing becomes clear: Hattori Hanzo didn't just live in the shadows, he mastered them. And in doing so, he shaped the destiny of a nation. Conclusion. The legend of Hattori Hanzo isn't just a relic of the past. His legacy still inspires those who understand that the greatest warriors aren't just those who fight the loudest, but those who think the smartest. Hanzo's life may have been one of shadows, but his impact on history shines brighter than ever. Remember his name. Because legends like Hattori Hanzo don't fade, they echo through time. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Until next time.